I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
Probation. What's going on? Excuse me. I've been doing that a lot lately. It must be because it's snowing outside. It's actually snowing outside right now. Let me restart. What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday night. That's better. That felt a lot better. Hopefully that sounded better because, yeah, it felt a lot better. I hope everyone's having a great Friday night. It's the weekend. We made it. Another end of the week. We got a weekend. Everyone be safe. Don't do anything dumb. You do not want to show up on my channel. Trust me. I will not play your video if you get arrested. That didn't really sound right. I don't know how to say it. Hold on. If you get arrested, if anyone in my chat gets arrested, I am playing your video. I am sorry. I will do it. Well, I will. And I'll be like, hey, this is Jay Hart. Jay Hart, the guy who just donated 5 gifted memberships. He just got arrested. Yeah. That's going to be that will be the storyline. Jay Hart, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Nick, thank you for the 1 gifted sub. To the 6 new members, welcome to the family. Everyone who got one, thank you so much. Well, no, thank you for the who gifted it. And yeah. I haven't even gotten to the video yet. I'm just yapping away. Sparkle Poots, member for 1 month. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gifted subs, memberships, awesome. I do a members only video every Monday. The last 2 weeks it's been a live. It's not always going to be a live. Sometimes it's going to be a premiere. It all depends on what I have. Depends on, it a lot depends on. But yeah, members only. You get your own live or premiere on Monday and super cool emotes. Ask Fozzie. Fred's in the chat. He'll throw up some Fozzie bears. I hope Jedi's here. Jedi will throw up some Jedis. We got a lot of cool member stuff. Anyways, let's get into the video. We got Judge Perkins. All right. This guy. I'm not gonna say this guy. I'm gonna say this kid. I'm gonna say this kid because he shows up in court with his mom. So I'm gonna say this kid. This kid got in trouble for shooting a gun inside of city limits. Yeah, he got in trouble. Judge Perkins gave him a very nice dad speech about a month ago. I actually just deleted it. I had it and I deleted it because it wasn't super interesting. I just like seeing judges as people, so I grabbed it. But yeah, I don't have his first appearance. We're gonna start this off with his second appearance because after the dad speech, the kid showed up and didn't do anything Dad Perkins told him to do. All right, let's play some court. Let's watch some court. We're here for court, right? Let's watch some court. Gifted memberships, you guys are awesome. Thank you for the new memberships. Welcome to the family. Before I hit this play button, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe. Do your drunk kick backflips. Let's go.
1 appearance for the record, please. Colin S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gibson.
My name is Perez Gibson.
All right, Your Honor, go ahead. For purposes of arraignment, we would my client would stand mute.
I am not guilty putting your client to death and give your client a $0 fine. Mr. Gibson, you must have missed a court date.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Lost track of days and just didn't make it in time. Tried to come back, left you a message, try to let you know how everything was going, but nothing went through.
Lost track of days. That's your excuse. Are you working?
I've been training for the last month or so. So, yes.
Training. What's training? What are you doing training?
I am a caregiver. I just started not too long ago.
What sweater am I wearing? You want to see what sweater I'm wearing? Hold on. This is what I'm wearing. Where's the video button?
was supposed to fully start this week, but I had to change it to next week because I'm here. So
Blame everything on this, huh?
I
Lost track of days. And
just want this. I just want this on my review. I have a lot of stuff happening. So
I have people let me speak. I have people calling in from their jobs every day. Now, did you take the firearms course?
there was I haven't gotten no call, no email about that course at all.
All right, so we're gonna have to go about this a different way. We're gonna have to go about this and make you realize how serious this is.
I'm aware how serious this is, Your Honor, but
I don't think you are.
I've got no call, no paper, nothing in the mail, no email. I've been checking since that day. I haven't gotten anything regarding to that. And I remember I did give you my number to give it to whoever. And since then, I have not gotten any calls, no email, nothing in the mail. The only thing I've gotten in the mail was about the court date itself.
Okay, so let's go back over this, right? I got your number. I gave you the number to probation.
You never gave me the number to probation. Because I would have it, and I would have.
We're gonna see about that. Don't talk while I'm talking, all right?
All right.
When I want you to talk, I'll let you talk. As a matter of fact, come in tomorrow morning, free trial. In person. Yes, in person. $0 bond, not guilty plea, 8:30. Be here at 8:30 in the morning. All right, we're gonna show you how serious this is, all right? Gibson, state your name for the record, please.
All right. Yeah, that happened yesterday. Now we have today. Okay. I know I started talking a little bit about it. This guy discharged a firearm in a city limits. Pretty serious crime, right? Because he was caught. So he got charged with shooting a gun. Now, the very first clip, which you guys didn't see, Judge Perkins gave him a very big dad speech. He kind of coddled him a little bit, like, hey, I know you're young. This is what you have to do to make sure this isn't on your record. You don't want this on your record. He spent 20-25 minutes with this guy. Like, this is what you have to do. In this case, like, yeah, I understand. I'm gonna do all of this. So the last clip was he didn't do anything of it. He didn't do anything. So Judge Perkins is upset. He's like, I gave you my best dad speech and you didn't do anything. You have to show up here in person. Like he was talking to a kid, right? Kid shows up with his mom in court. It was actually his best move. His mom showed up as his attorney. Mom took care of business. Judge Perkins relaxed a little bit. It turned out well. I was just giving you the backstory. But that is what's going on.
Perez Gibson.
All right. Today is the date and time set for pre-trial in the matter. And I want to make the record reflect that Ms. Gibson is accompanied by his mother, Miss Dallas. And Miss Dallas, I told your son to specifically come in because I was, first of all, troubled by the allegation, and that he's allegedly firing a gun in the city limits. And we had a discussion about that, correct? Secondly, I realized his age, and you know, the overriding thing that I look at is making sure young people, you know, do the right thing, stay out of trouble, and if at all possible, keep their records as clean as possible. And I don't know if we took a plea in this case. Well, I think we took a plea in this case already. So he had admitted to the allegation. And I reserved the sentence, or at least the money portion of the sentence, which would have been $240, because I wanted him to take a gun safety course, and I wanted him to get a job, because I see sitting back, look like, I'm sure he's kind of a gamer, it looked like he's in his room, and I stress the fact that you're an able-bodied young man, and you should be either in school, a training program, or for a skilled trade, or you should have some kind of job. And that's what is important to me. And he comes in a month or so later, and he tells the court that he is waiting on somebody to call him. Now, I did confirm that the probation department did not have his phone number, that they couldn't call. But more importantly, it's all about being responsible.
May I?
You may.
Okay.
Come on, step.
No. Mom kind of plays that role. She defends him, which, I mean, I don't know. This is a weird situation. This 19-year-old kid shooting at an animal, and he gets charged for it. You know, discharging a firearm within city limits. You can't do that. We all know that. You can't do that. And so we have a serious crime. He gets a dad speech. He comes back a month later. He hasn't done anything. Pisses Judge Perkins off. Now he shows up with his mom. His mom saves the day. His mom's a superhero in this story. She saves the day. But we also get a really good video game speech out of this. So let's go.
And talk into the mic so they can.
The initial paperwork that came from the court, which would have explained the class he needed to take and everything, was handed to me directly from the mail carrier. It was in my vehicle. That night, my vehicle was stolen. I have the police report in my purse if you need me to provide it to you. So he did not have access to know what class he was supposed to take and everything. Once I realized, after I got done with everything with the vehicle, I told him, I said, your court paperwork was in the vehicle. You need to call and try to catch your court date. He called. They asked him to sign into your courtroom that day. It was towards the end of the day. He could not get into your queue. So he called back the following week, because it was a Friday. He called back that Monday. They set him a new court date, which is when he just came back to see you. He does have employment. He is working for special needs people in home. He's been training. Actually, he missed one of his clients yesterday. He was supposed to see him at 9 o'clock, but he was in your courtroom on Zoom. So he is employed. Perez doesn't run the streets or anything. He does actually game, but he is monetizing that gaming. He has his own channel on Twitch and YouTube. Like he's not just doing nothing.
All right. And that's was the most important thing to me. I got that sort of impression. He did tell me that he started working, and I'm happy about that. I got that sort of impression by him, and I want him to really understand that this is his case, this is his obligation, and that this is serious. This is not something that we, I don't want him to, I kind of felt he had a sort of a cavalier attitude about it.
Unfortunately, that's just his demeanor.
Okay, and I can respect that, but I want him to, on anything in life, you have to continue to press. If you have these obligations and you know you take these classes, you could have come to me and you could have said, listen, I found a gun safety class online. That's all it is. And I took this class. I did this.
Well, Perez is not actually untrained on the weapon that he fired. He shouldn't have fired it. I'm not saying that it was.
I'm gonna give a giant bullshit on that. You know that meme with that little kid is like bullshit. Yeah, you don't fire a gun unless you know you're gonna fire the gun. That is the definition of not being trained on a firearm. You have to understand how the firearm works. It's not just you pull the trigger, you know what you're shooting at. If you're gonna pull that trigger, you better damn well know what you're pointing it at. I don't care if you're shooting it in the air, it doesn't matter. That bullet is going somewhere. That is what the gun safety class does. If you haven't been properly trained, do not tell me that pulling a trigger is not going to do anything if you're shooting whatever. If you haven't taken a proper course and you don't understand how guns work, you don't deserve to shoot a gun. I'm sorry. You guys can yell at me if you want. I don't care. But no, I'm not going to accept this excuse from mom. I'm not. This kid was trying to shoot an animal. That's what the allegations are. That's what he admitted to. He already took a plea deal. So he pled guilty to trying to shoot an animal. I don't remember what the animal was. Still, inside city limits, you shooting a gun. Why are you trying to hunt animals inside? Okay, I'm done. Let's watch this. I'm getting on my little perch.
When the gun first made it in the home.
Ms. Dallas, let's say this. Your motherly instinct is always going to kick in. And I respect that. And I'm glad that you're here. But that incident should not have happened. He told me that the underlying thing about the happen is just a little stray dog. And it should not have happened. And being trained on the use of the weapon.
I love guns. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know there's a lot of super chats. I'll read them after this clip. I love guns. I love firing them. I love shooting them. I love target practice. I love everything about guns. There's so much fun to shoot. I have fun every time I do it. But I've never taken a firearm safety course. I'll also never pull a trigger of a gun inside city limits. I will never do that unless it's self-defense. I don't care. Stray dog, stray cat, I don't care. I will never do it. If you're banging on my door and you kick my door open, that's the only time I'll fire a gun inside of city limits.
Also comes with the responsibility of knowing when to use the weapon. That's one of the major parts of it as well. Because if you were completely trained and you completely understood that, we wouldn't be here right now. So this is what I was trying to express to you when we had the conversation. And if I recall correctly, I don't feel that you understood that part about what I was saying.
Yeah.
You may.
It was kind of hard for me to do that because I was trying to explain myself, but you raised your voice and it just made me feel like, do it even matter? Because the way you raised your voice at me yesterday, and I just thought it was kind of uncalled for. I was staying calm with you the entire time. I didn't raise my voice once. We're both grown. You're obviously more grown than me. But we should be able to have this conversation as men, and in the court of law, of course.
Well, I mean, I guess I
Without
was
having
acting
to-
like a man.
Without having to raise our
Is
voice.
that, but the thing is that I probably do get a little excited about these things because I have a passion for young people and getting them on the right tracks. And I want to sort of stress the fact that we shouldn't go 30, 60 days or whatever it was, and then you come in and you have nothing for me. If it were me or my son, I would want you didn't get any satisfaction on the phone, come down here, make a trip, because this is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. This is your life. And I think everybody in this room wants your record to be as clean as possible. And that's what I want. That I may get a little excited sometimes, but I'm only being excited because I want you to step up and do, and everybody in here to step up and do what's necessary to clear these matters up. And this matter particularly is it is an excitable thing for me because you're dealing with weapons and the discharging of weapons in the city limits. Okay.
Judge Perkins is taking his time and explaining to this kid. I've seen a couple people say, how old is he? They said, I think Judge Perkins said 19 in the first clip. He's 19 or 20. So he's young. He's not a juvenile, but he is definitely not a man. So that's the age group that we're talking about, 19, 20, somewhere in that range. But yeah, Judge Perkins, he does a really good job explaining to this. And I also feel like Mom came in here wanting to yell at Judge Perkins. If you rewind it a little bit to the start of the video, because Judge Perkins, like, you're coming in person. You're going to come here in person. Because, like, he felt disrespected from the clip from yesterday, which was the first half of the video so far. Yeah. Mom took off a day off. No, she didn't take off a day off work. She works midnights. That comes up. But she came in to defend her son, and she leaves knowing that her son fucked up. Judge Perkins does a really good job on this. So
I'm glad to see you have I take your word. I took your word yesterday that you are working, and I don't need to see any proof of that. I'm glad to see your mom is here, but I just want you to make, well, first of all, better decisions. Secondly, I want you to take this type of stuff, particularly when it involves your freedom and when it involves your record that can follow you for the rest of your life. I want you to take this extra seriously. So that may be the reason for my excitement about it. Now, is there anything further you want to say to me?
On this matter, no.
No.
All right. I appreciate you coming down. I appreciate Mom, you coming down. I hate if you had to take a day off of work for this.
I work midnights.
All right. Well, I'm going to get you out of here and get you to get your rest. I want you to go to probation. And do you have a probation officer assigned to you?
No.
What's freezing? I don't know what's freezing. It's playing well on my end. I'm not getting any notifications that my internet's dropping. So what exactly is freezing? And also, everyone that's super chatted, after this clip, I will shout everybody out. But I'm just waiting for this to finish. But yeah, Aylin, what's freezing?
There's one matter I would like to ask about though.
Mhm.
Is there any way that you could put in an order that the weapon be returned to me? It is illegally purchased and assigned, registered to me. They told me that it wouldn't be returned to me without your say so.
Is that what they said?
That's what the precinct told me, yes.
I don't know. I'll definitely, sign any kind of order. Let me ask, Mr. Fillmore, can you opine on that?
Your Honor, these situations, I feel like the rules are applied differently at each time, so I'm not exactly sure what the process is. But
Because I don't know why, if the case is gonna be, dismissed. I don't see how they can hold your gun, but like, I understand, what counsel is saying.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think I
I-
see Ms. Harris has raised her hand. She might be able to give us some input on this.
Go ahead, Ms. Harris. Can you-
Where are you at in Ohio? Because I am right outside of Dayton, and it's been snowing like crazy for the last, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. It's the most snow we've gotten all year. Where are you at though? Where are you at in Ohio?
I'll yield
Okay.
to Ms. Roki because I think she was responding.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You know, you read it more recently than me, I'm sure.
Probably not, but I would say I've seen cases where we have had to get an order, but you
Yes.
might need the prosecutor to sign off on that.
All right. Ms. Harris, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Sure. Cherika Harris, P72832. Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to your staff.
All right, good morning, good morning. So whatever if you, we'll have the city attorney in here and he'll be in the room or the courtroom momentarily. You guys can have a seat. And if we need to, get an order, I have no problem, in returning that weapon. I just want to make sure that, Mr. Gibson takes that gun safety course. All right. I think that no matter how well or proficient you are in it, I think everybody can use some re-education on that. All right. All right. So let's take a pass the matter momentarily, and we'll try to get Mr. Hill in here. Oh, he's in the room. Can you, Attorney Hill, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
All right. I thought I cut it out before this. It's gonna cut out here in a second.
Yeah, and one more thing, another thing when we talked though, back first when you first came in, that was, you know,
All right, Perkins.
when you mentioned you weren't working.
Wrap it up. Let's go.
And I
Let's
told
go,
you at that
Perkins.
time, I said, Mr. Gibson, it's jobs everywhere. You know, Europe, what is it, 19? I'm going on 20. You got to start somewhere. And I guarantee you, if you.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward this. More of the story. You know, you guys already seen it. So the mom asked for her gun back. They have to wait for a prosecutor to give that motion. Judge Perkins says, "I will absolutely sign this order, but I'm not going to do it till the kid takes that class." That's the end of that. That's the end of that case. Yeah. Judge Perkins, Dad Perkins. But we're gonna fast forward a little bit. I don't know if you guys were as bored as I was, but we're fast forwarding. That's what happened. That is what happened. So we're just gonna fast forward. But yeah, he made the kid take the class before she got the gun back. Was this really okay? All right. Now we go to Judge Simpson. I feel like all of you have seen this clip. Everyone has seen this clip. All right, yeah, let's have some fun. Anyways, let's call off some super chats before we play this clip that everyone's seen. I don't know. I'm just gonna walk through everything. Nick Jonas, I know I already said thank you for the 1 gift of subs. Jay Hart for the 5, thank you. Spookle, Spookle. Your new name is Spookle. Thank you for the 1 month. Fred for the 5 months. Thank you. We got another Spookle for 5 gifted. Thank you everybody for the gifted subs. Thank you. I need some water. I really need water. Like I can feel it in my throat. Jay Hart with the jump kick back flip. It's about to go down. Thank you so much for the $2. Got Nancy, love you, Heather, and Colin, you rock. Yeah, well, I love Heather too, and I'm just a subsidiary of her. So yeah, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. And then we have Nick Jones, Colin spitting the truth. I think that was when I was talking about guns. Yeah, I'm a very good gun advocate. As long as you handle them correctly and you're legal. Yeah, absolutely. It's the people that don't do it that bothers me because they ruin it for everybody. Then we have Linda. I'm happy to give. Happy Friday. Yeah, Linda, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. And then we have Bad Scooter. All right. Now I'm caught up. Can you guys hear this in my voice? I don't know if it's either my voice or my headphones. I can't tell, but I don't like the sound. I feel like I'm scratchy. All right, let's play. Let's go to Judge Simpson. Let's watch another clip while I go refill my water and attempt to talk again.
All set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice afternoon.
You do the same. Cass Industries LLC versus Denise Phillips.
Good morning, or good afternoon, Your Honor. Brian Marcus on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Your Honor, Callie Dendrinos of Legal Services on behalf of the defendant.
All right. And where are we folks on this?
Judge, this is a case where we're going to be asking that you enter an order of dismissal. I have learned that there is a lease that was superseded the lease that we issued the notice on, and therefore we have to restart the process.
Any objection?
Your Honor.
Case is dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you.
Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you. Like those cases. Court calls the case. Correct. Is it Zarica versus Kingsley?
I believe Ms. Kingsley is here, but she's not present in the courtroom.
Mr. Allen, can you go see if you can find her, please? Thank you, sir. You don't have my order yet. Okay.
Right now.
Thank you. She complied with escrow, I think. She brought 600 and whatever in today. Okay.
It was 666.
Yeah.
who's appearing here as well.
Yes, you guys can stay right there while we're doing that. Let me try to get some of these other people home for dinner. Pines of Clover Lane versus Juan Brown, but counsel, I will be breaking when never mind right now. Okay.
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss? I went to the bathroom, drank some water. I feel good now. I feel good. All right. I didn't miss any super chats. You guys are all awesome. I don't know what I missed. I don't even know what court case we're in the middle of now because I've missed the first 10 minutes. So let's go.
Kingsley.
Thank you.
State your appearances, please.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Andrew Babnick on behalf of the plaintiff who is appearing here as well.
I don't doubt that. Yeah, my editing sucks. So yeah, it happens.
Name, please.
Brianna Kingsley.
All right. And
Not
where
this
are we
time.
on this case?
Not this time. You know what? TMI, I am very regular. It's pretty much in the morning and only in the morning after I drink coffee. So yeah, you asked, you got.
Case first.
Your Honor, we've had a few hearings on this. The court had set this for a trial at this point based on the affirmative defenses that were asserted in the matter. I believe there's no triable issue. If you look at the answer filed by Ms. Kingsley in the matter, she admits to the non-payment of rent. She admits to the fact that there are damages to the unit. The court is aware there were police reports filed and attached with the complaint that the damages were the result of the defendant herself breaking the windows, refusing access. The landlord is now going to be outside of the certificate of occupancy that was issued because repairs can't be made. They can't get access to the property. It continues to deteriorate. As a result, there's a broken window, broken doors on the interior, broken doors on the exterior. We filed a notice to have this terminated as a result of the health and safety hazard as well as the non-payment of rent, and we'd be asking for a judgment at this time.
Response.
I have it prepared here. I will pull it up. Okay, this was what I received from attorney with the legal aid, Tracy Jensen. And
Yeah, let's change the subject. I know every law tuber. Oh, I feel so much better. Like my voice is clear now. Just took some water. I just had to take a 2-minute break, and I feel great now. Every law tuber in the world was waiting for this woman to show up today. I didn't care. I only put this in here. That's why it's not on the thumbnail. Everyone was chasing this clip today. You know what? If you haven't seen this, you know what? It was just okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was just okay. The best part about this is what Judge Simpson says to her at the end. There's nothing special about this, but yeah, this is the These Nuts defendant. That's who we're talking about right now.
there are several issues at hand, including procedural defenses. In regards to my written statement and the statements made by Attorney Babnick, the property is not damaged. The pictures that the landlord included, I have countered and included pictures of the house in its current condition. The house was inspected by the Ypsilanti Building Code, Miss Jamaica Berry, in October. In October, I also filed a formal complaint with the city of Ypsilanti through the C-Click Fix notification system, a governmental agency, of the issues with the habitability of the home. I have filed a case with the Fair Housing Administration. There are many things that we could focus on. I would like to focus on the fact that I was denied a disabled parking spot. And according to Michigan Legislature Section 600, and that is 600.5720, says that if it's an alleged termination was intended primarily as a penalty for the defendant's attempt to secure or enforce rights under the lease or agreement or under laws of.
Judge Simpson is trying. That's his best imitation of trying to breathe into a paper bag right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's what he's doing right now. He's covering his mouth, trying to focus his breathing. That's what he's doing. He sits like that. He sits like that for pretty much the entire time she's talking. This is kind of humorous, but also kind of sad at the same time. If you guys don't know who this is the first time I've covered her. Every other channel has covered her. If you don't know who this is, please message me. I will send you the links of who this is. It is way too much to say in a couple pauses during a video.
State, governmental subdivision, or United States. They denied my handicap parking. I filed several complaints at the city level, and I'm defending myself here. The alleged termination, Part B, was intended primarily as a penalty for the defendant's complaint to the governmental authority with a report of the plaintiff's violation of a health or safety code or ordinance. The allegations made by the landlord, I wanted to bring in a third-party perspective. So I contacted the Land and Building Code Department. Mr. Maka came out and did an inspection and found 12 violations on the landlord's, at the landlord's responsibility. In regards to the statement by Attorney Bagnick that they have not been allowed to access the unit, that is so false. Her husband, Mitch Carrick, busted down the door, and I was not able to secure the unit.
This isn't the time for me to receive.
I think there are tribal issues, and I can.
Thank you.
Yes,
that's
sir.
all you needed to tell me. And when I look at that, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to set it for a final settlement conference on this. We'll hash out specifically what issues are going to be litigated. The parties are going to need to be ready to go to trial when I set the trial date at thereafter. All right. I'm also going to order regarding escrow, and I'm just going to say this to you, Ms. Kingsley, that you coming into court and posting escrow in $1 bills, this court views as just harassing my clerks and making my clerks go through that process. It is something that I'm not going to tolerate.
Posting escrow in $1 bills. That is legit. You want to be spiteful? You want to take pennies to your bank? You want to take $1 bills to your bank to pay a bill? You know what? There are some communities that applaud that. When you take $1 bills, when you owe over $1,000 in payments to Judge Simpson's court, not gonna work. Not gonna work, lady. You know what? You're not a lady. You're not. But, lady, why would you do that to a court? Why? And then you go stand in front of the judge. Why? Why? Thank you, Judge Simpson, for calling this human out on this.
All right. There is no reason why you have to bring single dollar bills in. You did that when you paid the $111.11. You also did that when you paid $444.44, which my clerks had to count out. You also did that when you paid today the $666.66. So on my own motion, I'm going to order that as you post escrow, that you may only post escrow in denominations of U.S. currency, not less than $10 bills. It is further ordered that from you on this case, because of your abuse of the process, and my clerk's office are ordered that they are ordered to accept no $1 or $5 denominations of US currency for you for the purposes of escrow. And I have signed that order. We will present that to both parties. See everybody on March 19th.
Quickly, can the court, what's the registry of the court as far as the escrows?
There is a $111.11 posted by our records. It was posted on January 8th, 2024. On January 10th, 2024, there was posted $780. On January 22nd, 2024, there was posted $1.11. On February 5th, 2024, there was posted $444.44. And I think today, correct?
Yes.
Today, there was posted $666.66.
If I may, Your Honor,
Go ahead.
I just want to establish that I paid the full amount through February and there is a balance ready for March. This is not an issue of paying the rent.
My issue isn't with whether or not you pay rent. It isn't anything like that. Will not be trying to bring singles in, trying to make some point to my clerks. They have nothing to do with whatever the issues are here. They are here trying to serve the public. You will not hand them $600 worth of $1 bills for them to count out. It just won't happen. And I've issued that order.
Would you like any response to that, or we can just move forward?
You can make whatever response you want. I'm just telling you, don't bring any singles in here trying to post escrow. Don't bring any $5 bills trying to post escrow. $10 or higher.
Understood.
That's it.
Going forward, Your Honor.
Is there an adjourned date, Your Honor? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
March 19th, 2024, 9 a.m. in person.
Your Honor, if I may continue,
Thank you, Your Honor.
if I may.
Go ahead.
Right, so I did confirm with the clerk that all US accepted policy does not.
No longer on this case. That
Yes,
is my order. Thank you. I'm done.
We are done. Thank you, Your Honor. I understand. March 19th at what time?
9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful afternoon.
I will do. You do the same.
I will do my best. I am grateful.
I'm to Clover Lane.
Thank you so much. I am grateful. Yeah, he called you on your spitefulness. You know what? I've had a motto my entire life, and very few people know my motto. I used to talk a lot of shit to people, and I will not apologize for it. I used to talk a lot of shit to people. I still do. But my favorite word used to be bitch. I used to call people bitches all the time. And what I would always tell people is, if you don't want to be called a bitch, stop acting like a bitch. What I always told people. And it worked. And I feel like Judge Simpson just did that. Like, listen, you're acting like a bitch. You're bringing $1 bills because you're trying to be spiteful and trying to be funny. You think you're a smartass? Guess what? You can't do that anymore. It's the order of the court that we are not going to accept your $1 bills. That is awesome. Good job, Judge Simpson. I have never thought those videos were funny. Every time people bring like 100,000 pennies to pay off a credit card debt, I have never thought that was funny. Like, you incur this debt. You think it's hilarious because you're bringing pennies? Yeah, it's not funny. You're making someone else work to count that, and the company that wants the money is still getting the number figure transferred to their account, and you're making someone else work for it. I've never agreed with that. I never thought that was funny. Good job, Judge Simpson, on that one. All right, Last clip. I have no idea what we're going to. I honestly have no idea where we're going to. Play it for like 2 seconds. Let's see. Where are we going? Where are
Hear
we going?
me?
All right. All right. We got Judge Middleton. This is the crazy ass clip that we watched a week ago that no one knew what was going on. The guy lived in a different apartment than the apartment had registered. The landlord tried to evict a different number. Nobody knew what was going on. The address wasn't right. The name wasn't right. They had dogs in the apartment, but they didn't have dogs in the apartment. All right. This is the next hearing for this. All right. I need to calm down. I need to take a breath. Let me make sure all my super chats are caught up because I need to take a breath. All right. All my super chats are caught up. Are we all? Is everyone good? Because I need to take a breath. You got this, Colin. Yeah. You're my boy. No, you're my boy. All right, what we got, Jonathan? 666. Don't sell pennies. You know what? If I had to count those pennies, I still wouldn't care. I would still be grateful. If you came to me and you dumped out $6.66, I know what you're trying to do there. I see that. If you dump that in front of me, hey, super chat, say this. I would still be grateful. Like, all right, yeah, $6.66. I'll take it. I'll roll it up for you. Thanks, I appreciate it. But I do appreciate it, buddy. I very much appreciate it. All right. Woo! We gotta calm down. Everybody. Gotta calm down. Everybody, relax. We're gonna take some deep breaths. All right. We're gonna need it for this one. We are gonna need it. I need to put this clip with the first clip because then it would make a lot more sense. Judge Middleton. What did the Southerners say? Bless his heart. Bless his heart. God bless your heart. Yeah. We need a lot of God bless his heart during this clip. All right, let's go.
Yes.
All right, could I ask you to put your cigarette out? We're at a court proceeding.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm on my my break at work. I didn't even know I was supposed to do this until like an hour ago.
Well, where is Jonathan?
He called me and said that his phone is not allowing him to get in it, but he's trying.
All right. Your landlord wants you to move.
I don't live there, Your Honor.
You don't live there?
I have
So you
never
don't care
lived
about-
there. When my husband and I were kind of estranged and I moved away and he asked if I would help him put a payment on a room, and I did because obviously I still want him, to be in our son's life. Right now we're communicating and trying to work out everything, but so they needed an ID, and he didn't have it on him. It was packed in his stuff. So I gave them my ID, and he was told, as soon as he gets it, just bring it up. And I guess he did. So I don't know why this is still in my name, but yes, Your Honor, I've never lived there. I live in Marcellus.
All right. He says your son was in the hospital. Is that accurate?
Yes.
No email.
Gosh darn it. I literally tried to pause it. I wanted to say something, and I just hit the little time bar. We just lost every minute of this video. Hold on. I want to say something. I'm gonna play it for a
The
second.
landlord wants you to move.
All right, we're gonna call this where we're at. Now I don't remember what I was gonna say because I rewound the video to the beginning. Don't even remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, no, not true. I remember. She was passed out in the room. In the room, she was sleeping. Remember, I did this video last week, and we were all confused. Last one of us were confused because no one knew what was going on. Middleton didn't know what was going on. prosecutor didn't know what was going on. The landlord didn't know what was going on. The person that served them didn't know what was going on. The defendants didn't know what was going on. The guy who was talking kept saying, "Oh, I really wish my wife was here because she has all the documents. My wife has all the documents." Meanwhile, she was sleeping in the room that they were staying in. Now, this is the wife in the bandana. This is the wife. Completely different stories being dropped now. If you guys thought last week was confusing, none of this makes sense. All right, this is what I'll do. I will put both of these clips back to back just so you guys are aware of how much Judge Middleton is playing mental gymnastics right now.
I
They've
don't
been
live there,
trying
Your
to-
Honor.
You don't live there?
I have
So you don't
never
care
lived
about-
there. When my husband and I were kind of estranged, and I moved away, and he asked if I would help him put a payment on a room, and I did, because obviously I still want him, to be in our son's life. Right now we're communicating and trying to work out everything, but so they needed an ID, and he didn't have it on him, it was packed in his stuff. So I gave them my ID. And he was told, as soon as he gets it, just bring it up. And I guess he did. So I don't know why this is still in my name, but yes, Your Honor, I've never lived there. I live in Marcellus.
All right. He says your son was in the hospital. Is that accurate?
Yes, my son has come down with influenza A for a second time this year. That's actually where he's at right now. My son is with him, caring for him.
But he's not at the hospital. He's at home.
That's nothing to joke about. No parent would make that up about their kids. So I will trust her on that. I have two girls, which a lot of you know. I have two kids, both girls. They're 7 and 8. My youngest came up with influenza A, and she was bedridden for almost a month. So I understand that. I feel that. I really do. And if it comes out that they're making that up, I will kind of snap at them. But that's a horrible thing to go through with young children because they don't know what to do. The kids don't know what to do. As a parent, you don't know what to do. It sucks.
Nope, he is at home. He was in the hospital yesterday. We got home super late.
All right. So Jonathan is still there as far as you know?
Yes.
With your children?
My son, yes.
Hello?
Good morning. Is this John Martin?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
All right. This is Judge Middleton. We're all here in court in file 231725. This matter was set for 10:30. Paige Martin has joined us from her work. Mr. Andrew Rognus is here. Mr. Patel, the owner, is here, and some other witnesses are here. This matter has been bumping along for months. The landlord wants you to move. We learned from your wife that her ID got used to rent this room, but she's never lived there. You live there, but you haven't paid any rent since September. You were in one room and then they moved you to another room because the heat went out or something, but they still wish to evict you. We're here on February the 2nd. I ordered you to be here live in person today for this hearing because you always show up late and you always have a terrible connection.
But your wife advised and you advised that your son is sick and you're home with him. So, Mr. Agnes, is that your representation? You still wish to have the eviction? The defendant has not paid any rent since late September.
That is correct, Your Honor. Your Honor, if in fact he's got problems with his child, we could probably wait till Monday to, do the writ.
All right.
Give him the weekend to get his child cured back up again.
The writ already entered, but the room was changed because they moved you. Mr. Martin, what's your position?
With all due respect to the owner of this place and as lawyer, I understand that what has to come, the eviction or whatever. But I have been looking online on the 3B court district thing for case to see if anything was coming for an eviction.
Mary, I'm in your exact same boat. To the deepest bowels of my heart, I will not distrust someone when they talk about their kids. I won't. And it could be the most untrustful person ever. It's gonna be my weakness my entire life. When someone says their kid is sick, I will believe them 100% of the time, every single time, just because I've had kids that were sick. So I will be gullible to that my entire life. But yeah. If they're saying their kids are sick, this is why I can't be a judge. I would just be like, okay, all right. When your kids are better, come back to court. That would be me. This is why I can't be a judge. Also why I'm probably not the best law tuber out there, but yeah, it's just me. You say your kid is sick, I'm going to believe you.
I explained in court that I lost half my finger. I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with life with that incident. So I know that the eviction has to come, and I'm fine with that, but I just don't feel like, I have this youngster hand me a letter saying, hey, this is from court, and they have court in 20 minutes, dude. And then I come get in court, this court hearing that doesn't even have anything to do with my name. It's because of this lawyer or the owners mess up and not putting the right name appropriately, addressing things, and then fixing the error whenever it happened and kept trying to sleep it underneath the rug. Now, I understand.
Stop, Mr. Martin. I don't care about any of that. You used your wife's ID to get this room. You've been living there October, November, December, January, and February, and you've paid no rent. You have clear notice of every hearing. And all you've done is whine and complain that you didn't get sufficient notice. You got notice. You've been living there for 6 months without paying any rent, and you use your wife's ID to get in there. She's never even lived there. So they're willing to give you until Monday. Monday is a court holiday. So I'm going to give you until next Tuesday to be out, or you're subject to being evicted. Yes, sir.
So just for the record, because I'm going to pursue this outside of court into the next steps, I'm not going to be given a fair through right process like everybody else is.
You've been given a fair process. There are
one piece of paper with a name on it that's not mine.
Monday is President's Day. President's Day. We have a national holiday on Monday. No. And it's President's Day. Presidents, plural, where we celebrate two presidents and then we find the middle of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays. So we find the middle of presidents because apparently those are the only two presidents that our country wants to remember. But yeah, President's Day. That's Monday.
And I made it to one hearing. And now it's this a week later, that's not even 30 days, you know what I'm saying? Normally you get the notice to quit, which is 7 or 10 days. And then you have the first formal hearing, then you have the second formal hearing.
Your Honor, he's a trespasser. He doesn't get a notice to quit.
Yes, everything is in your wife's name and she's not there and has never lived there. And so you're complaining that you've got 6 months worth of free rent. Well, they don't want to do that anymore. So you have until Tuesday, which will be February 20th.
But they're not even being on, like, is Mel there? Is Mel here for the court hearing?
Yes, Mel is here.
Okay, so at one point when I did come in and pay, I gave my ID to Mel and they had my ID, so I don't understand why this is a problem.
Okay, so on one hand, you contend they're not doing the right person. On the other hand, you contend it should be you. The bottom line is, I already did a writ of eviction, but there was a different room number because they moved you to a different room because of no heat. So you were supposed to be out 6 weeks ago. We've had several hearings since. You paid no rent. So they're giving you until February 20th. So I'll sign the order. We'll send it to that room. And you got till next Tuesday, actually probably Wednesday, before the sheriff comes to your door. Paige Martin, you have anything to add?
I mean, honestly, Your Honor, like when
All right, honestly, Your Honor, I am gonna end the stream. There's only about a minute left, anyways, so I'm gonna let it play out. You guys are all awesome. Is anyone live right now? I haven't rated anyone in a while. Hold on. Let's look. Who's live? Is anyone live? Is anyone live? Oh, I'm hearing myself echo. Stop talking. I don't see anyone live right now. Let me refresh. Yeah, I don't see anyone live. Oh, KCC's live. All right, you know what? Let's rate KCC. We haven't rated KCC in a while. All right, we're gonna rate KCC. I'm not gonna be there long. Let's jump over to KCC. Let's say hi to KCC, and then I'm gonna go to Discord. But I'm gonna let this play out. Everybody's awesome. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats or donations. You guys are all awesome. Okay, so J Hart was the last one with the 666. Of course, J Hart with the 666. You guys are all awesome. Super chats, memberships, donated memberships, new members. Everybody's awesome. This community is my favorite community in the entire interwebs. You know why? I'll be honest. We can debate. We can have fun. We can talk. We can disagree. We can go at each other's throats, and still the next day, we can high five and say, good morning, let's go to town. As Noah and I have had many discussions that have turned into, I don't think you're right. And he said, I don't think you're right. And we fight. Fight's not the right word. We disagree and we debate. And that's why I love this community. I really believe that I've built the perfect community to have courtroom debates. And that's what this is all about, right? We're all adults here. We can watch, we can have fun, we can laugh at stupid sovereign citizens or people that think they are smarter than everyone around them, and then they're not. We can all have fun with that. We really can. Anyways, you guys are all awesome. I'm going to let this play out. We're going to raid KCC. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes after. I'm going to jump into KCC and say hi, and then I'm going to go to jump to Discord. After spending all day on YouTube, it's hard for me to spend time in other people's channels. So we'll raid KCC. We'll say hi, or you guys, me. You know what? Let's just stop talking. I'm just going to stop talking. I'm just going to let this play out. I already told you what we're doing. Raiding KCC. Then we're jumping in Discord for after hours party. All right. You guys are all awesome. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you until Monday, till next time. Bye.
I got the room or whatever, it was in an understanding that it was.
Stand still. You're making me dizzy.
I'm sorry. I'm really late going back into work. Like I'm gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
It was in an understanding that, the room, like his ID was going to be taken, and, and I understand, things are the way they are, you don't pay, obviously, But, you know, I have a little sympathy, like he, you know, he did lose most of his finger, you know what I'm saying, in a freak accident. And his disability, that's the only thing that's wrong is, you know, that he's got to wait on disability, or he, you know, it would have been paid. He had a job, he was paying, and, you know, an accident happened. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's deliberately saying, you know, F you, like I'm not going to pay. You know what I'm saying?
All right, thank you. All right, get into work.
All right,
Mr.
thank you so
Martin?
much, Your Honor.
You're good to go. All right. The date for the writ. I'll just sign it on the 20th.
Well, then just throw that up in the basket for Bruce.
I have it here.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
All right.